more hoes.
Why would this shit start as soon as we start? Disrespectful.
Ever since you left me.
Don't start.
Yeah, I ain't see it.
Doesn't always pop up. It just popped up on mine. I mean, you don't be interacting. That's what that means. See, look, it just popped up on YouTube too.
Okay.
If people follow YouTube,
Ever since you left me. More money,
Lord,
more calls,
mercy.
more money. Only death on the bitch.
You are overlooking people. Let's see if it's 10 minutes. They're gonna be like, "Oh, Beans is back."
Imani wrote me. She's like, look who's back. I said, hello,
I'm home.
it's me.
Oh Lord! Shout out to Cardi B.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I should have. She's performing right now, like at this very
And I know
second.
my shorty going to Wisconsin in Connecticut.
Oh yeah, that's the one in Connecticut. It's a few days though. Brother Deacon,
A lot of money.
he got a new page.
I got him. He added me on the shit.
Mm-hmm.
As he should.
Yo, let me share this with my friend.
Man, nigga be making new Instagrams acting like they Hollywood. You gotta follow niggas back on your new shit. So he definitely followed me back. He definitely gave me
I can see you left me.
more money, more cars. Only death on the side.
Mm-hmm. Death is right. So how was your day today, buddy?
It was shit. Other my day one work niggas had a ball.
Sounds like fun.
I had a good time today.
He said you my friend in real life.
That's a fact.
Them niggas ain't
I
friends.
used to kill him in battle rapping.
Seven's here.
Oh, Shay's in the building.
Shay Mamas.
Shay, I might be buying dinner tonight. You might want to pull up.
He said he buying dinner.
I'm feeling good like how last time we pulled up on us. When I bought everybody dinner that night, I'm feeling good. I'm on that every time right now.
It was being nice. Very nice.
Remember?
Hey Tiff, my girl. Come on in here. Share us with a few friends.
Minaj.
We are back another week. Why y'all always say y'all used to beat me in battle rap? Who said that?
I did.
When did you do that?
I always beat him in battle rap.
When?
When he was younger.
I don't recall that.
When we beat him in battle rap?
Beating him? No.
Yes, beating him, like whipping his ass in battle rap.
That's funny. I like free dinner. Shay said she like free dinner.
Yeah, well, if you ain't here, you ain't gonna get it.
Minaj, help me. Help me.
Naturally perfect to join.
Oh, Kilolo in the building.
Naughty nature, ow.
She already in the building. Kilolo, what it do?
nigga said, nigga La said, she don't even believe you.
Yeah, those are the good days. How's everyone doing tonight? It's feeling like a good night to talk about some good things. But we was late today, so we're gonna just jump into it.
I was late today.
I love when people take accountability.
I'm gonna take accountability. I was late today. I was thinking that. So they switched my site for the week where I work. So I went to another site, and it's my original site. Mm-hmm. And it's things that I bullshit with all day, every day. Mm-hmm. So I was bullshitting around with the niggas. I clocked out at 5:30, but I was in the office till 7, 8. So I'm late today.
Okay, Madam could probably beat you in battle rap for real. Wow.
Razor babies, more plates. razor blades, more plates.
So, today we're going to get into something cute. Dang, I didn't want her to go. But it's a parent in here. You a parent. So I have a very, interesting question that I want to start with. But before we get into that and the topic, do you have a provocative thought for the week, Beans?
Let's say for the end of the episode. Come on. What's your provocative thought? Say mine's for the end of the episode. Mine's is juicy.
This nigga just. Anyway, my provocative thought for the week. It's very interesting that you're pulling my hair and I'm saying my provocative thought for the week.
Cool. What's your provocative thought?
Okay. So my provocative thought for the week is like, does grabbing a female's neck and pulling her hair, like, what does that do for a man? I know what it does for a woman, but what does that do for a man?
So you gotta be careful about the hair you pull.
Okay, yeah, let's start there.
Because you can't pull everybody's fucking hair.
Okay.
Well, luckily for me, I got a natural female in my life.
Okay.
I could wrap her hair around like a rubber band like that. You feel me? It's for leverage.
Leverage for who?
Me.
Okay, but
if you gotta see my vision.
So, oh Lord. So it's your assistance in what you're doing. It's assisting you in the process
like a rodeo.
Can you say a rodeo? What is going on here? You need to be an even with that rodeo. Okay. That was cute. I ain't never heard nothing like that one. That was cute. All right. That is a rodeo. All right. However that works for you. Okay.
You feel me? So it's like more but what does it do for women when you do that? Like, what does it do for women? Like,
so it's like a this is the way I put it to explain to people, because I can't really explain to you exactly what I want to say. So I'm gonna put it to you to explain it like this. You know how the white men like to hang themselves to their nut or something like that, or they like to strangle themselves into their nut and stuff like that. With a woman, it's like,
oh, the niggas that like to like pass out for me. Like,
yeah, for me it's like,
ooh,
it's like you choking me, but you getting deeper. At least from the back, I'm referring to, right? Because that's kind of where I was getting at. Because you can't really pull hair from the front. That would be weird. But if you do, that's on you.
I pull shoulders from the front.
Okay. Now the pulling of the hair is very interesting because I'm a wig wearer. So I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna do some math, right? In the last 10 years, niggas might have pulled my hair about 25% in the last 10 years. So,
well, now let me ask you a question. Was it like your hair?
That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Because a lot of niggas
in the last 10 years, niggas may have pulled my hair in about 25%.
Because me personally, like, I'm not gonna pull your hair if I obviously see the fishnet in the front.
That okay. Said the fishnet.
The
okay.
Fishnet,
the lace.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Right.
I call it the fishnet.
But some girls don't care in that moment, but some be like, oh, if you mess up my hair, you gonna pay for it. But some niggas be like, fuck it, I'm gonna pay for it. Like, it is what it is. It comes with the territory.
Like rope. Do it.
Yeah. She's hilarious. Shay said when I pull hair, I turn myself on. So Shay, she likes to pull hair.
She pulls like, you like niggas with long hair? Like, she like niggas with long hair?
Let her answer. Do you like niggas with long hair?
Or she pulling girls' hair?
Let her answer. You're asking her, so we're gonna let her answer.
Strap on, strap off, the strapper.
But also, the neck for me from the back is like, it's like the key to my soul. Because if a man is pulling my neck from the back, he's getting deeper and he's going where I need him to go, in my soul.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's like do that stuff. But also, I've never had a man complain that he can't pull my hair, because there's a territory of like,
I'm laughing at shit.
Okay, so there's a territory of like, when you see the meeks, you know what time it is. So niggas don't even have to question nothing. So it's like, I ain't never had a nigga try to grab my braids.
Mm-hmm.
That's OD. Not these. Like my meeks. LOD. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what Seven said. Strap on. I like girls with long hair.
Ty said,
I
I
put
put
locks
locks
on
on
men
men
and
and
choke
choked them.
them. Ty, are you in an abusive situation, or is that just how you like it? is that just how you like it?
No, Ty's wild. Me and Ty had interesting conversation in the Poconos
About
about the
the
shit she
urine?
likes to do.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
we're not gonna talk about it.
Oh. We gonna get Ty on before the season over.
But
She gonna come tell us
I
about
know
herself.
Ty is a wild motherfucker.
That's
And-
my cousin.
And I just said, that's why I'm gonna go take my nap. Because she was talking to me, and then she was like, yeah, I do this, I do that. I said, yo, I'm about to go to bed.
I'm about to go to bed.
Wake me up when dinner is made.
So without further ado, today we're gonna get into the episode. That was a little icebreaker, little, provocative thought of the week. I had a great week. Can't complain.
She said you was drunk. I was drunk the whole fucking weekend.
No, literally, legit, like so drunk. She said you wasn't supposed to remember.
No, I remember, motherfucker.
So yes, we're gonna get into some things today that I think is a very interesting topic, and I don't have kids yet, so I definitely want to hear the parents' perspective specifically. And we're gonna start it off.
Daddy over here.
We're gonna start it off with straight like this. 1 second, hold on. We're gonna start. Okay, we're gonna start off today by digging into when it comes to a household, parents, mother, father, mother, father, however you want to call it.
Sister,
Who eats first, the children or the husband? And in what aspect? Because I know it can be two different answers. So I'm going to allow the comments to, answer their, want to hear what they got to say. Because I feel like me and Beans might have a different point.
I lived that already. Remember?
Different,
I had the family already, so I'm going to tell
perspective.
You want me to go first or you want to go first?
You can definitely go first.
For me,
For you,
my son eats first. Just when I was little bit, we had the family thing going on at the time. I made sure my son was there before I did anything.
Okay.
Maybe because he's a baby. Now, if you talk about a teenager, it'd probably be a different aspect of life or whatever. But as a baby, and my son, I made sure he was good. Well, I really didn't eat dinner till he went to sleep. That's just how everything happened after he went to bed.
So y'all didn't have family dinners?
We did, but we had different hours though too. Remember, my baby, she's a nurse practitioner.
Okay.
I was doing what I was doing, so when she worked 3 days a week, I worked 3 days a week, but our schedules was different. So I come home sometimes and it just be in the microwave because everybody sleep by the time I come home sometimes.
Okay.
But then it's the days I'm off or whatever. I make sure he good before I do anything. If I'm off, I don't really smoke until he goes to sleep.
Okay. All right.
So that. I don't do nothing
until he's sleeping, taking care of.
Until he's sleeping, taking care of the whole day. I'm just with him. So he's the first. My kid is the first priority.
Okay. We're gonna read some of the comments. Children, the kids for me. Kids eat first. I feel like kids should eat first. However, we're gonna wait till she finished that. I've never been married, but in my previous relationship, my children have always ate first. Okay. So I can't remember who I had this conversation with. I'm gonna read what Seven said, and then I'm gonna say my part. She said, "I would want to give them their plate last because they're clumsy. I could see them flipping the plate over before I could even plate my man's food."
All right, so
in that situation, you could put the plate at the table up.
Talking from experience, when we all do eat with each other, eating together, and basically he's gonna feed himself. He eats spaghetti with his hand, and at this age. Now he knows how to use a fork and spoon. But we're talking about living
Mm-hmm.
together. So you just really keep an eye on him while he's eating,
Mm-hmm.
and you just assist him with
Mm-hmm.
little things he need or whatever. But it depends on the kid. No, every kid not gonna flip something over.
She's talking specifically young.
Mm-hmm.
But that was with her. We also want to say I've never been married. Wait, hold on. I've heard a lot of times in marriage the man does because he's the man and the provider. That's what I was gonna get to. I have two different perspectives on this point. Yeah. So I'm going to get to my first perspective, and my first perspective is to touch what Tiffany said.
Mm-hmm.
When the man is the provider, you plate his food first, right? And I'm gonna just like give a reference to where this ideology comes from. I know we've all watched Everybody Hates Chris. We've all watched how it is as Rochelle being a stay-at-home woman.
She had jobs.
She did, but in the words of Rochelle, I don't need this. My man got two jobs. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of the time she was a stay at home. Like she didn't go to work all the time. She went to work because she wanted to. It wasn't, she just had a cheap husband that worked two jobs and was always going to complain whether she was working or not. So that was the kind of dynamic of the show. But what I'm getting at is she used to always give him the big piece of chicken. Or she used to always feed him first because he works for the family he provides. Mm-hmm. So I think depends on the aspect and the dynamic that you have in your household. In my household, I feel like growing up, the kids ate first, right? But someone said something to me that really, really like jerked my spirit. Mm-hmm. They was like, but when you go to events, why do old people and kids eat first? You feed old people first because they're your elder and it's respect. So if you have a relationship based on respect and hierarchy, you might give your husband a plate first just because he provides and that's the way of you thanking him. Mm-hmm. It could just be that, right? But then it could be a situation of the way I was raised. Kids are going to eat first, but my husband's going to make sure he eats whatever he wants. Like, you get what I'm saying? There's no, y'all can't eat because he needs more food. There's always an opportunity of your husband is always satisfied where you don't have to feed him first. Where it's not needed for you to acknowledge that you're feeding him first. That's not something that your husband specifically needs. But in different relationships and the way people are raised, the kids are supposed to get their plate after the husband as a respect thing. And that's Southern.
I don't get it. Because I feel like if we all eat together, we all eat at the same time. So we all get in our plate at the same fucking time. It's not like we eat at different times. So
not necessarily, because you just said you feed your kid first, and y'all are not eating together all the time.
Yeah, but
so in that situation, y'all are. So here's what I want to break down. The situation you're describing is you're feeding your kid first because your full attention is on your kid. You want to eat your food in peace, correct?
Okay.
So
right.
That's the aspect that you're providing. That's not everybody's aspect. Mm-hmm. You have one kid. What about people that have 3 kids? You get what I'm saying? Not necessarily do they want to sit there and watch their kids eat and then eat.
But you know what it is though too? It's an age matter at it. Because when your kids at a certain age, you're mm-hmm. really gonna have to take care of them. As they get older, it's like, nigga, you eat when you want to eat too. You feel me? So I think it depends on the age matter as a matter of fact too. Like, it's not just going to be on some like right now my son is 2. I can't mm-hmm. compare it to somebody that has a 13-year-old. Where it's like, all right, motherfucker, like, we don't want to eat right now, but the food is here if you want to eat. And, like, it's mm-hmm. different. Mm-hmm. It's different. And right. a lot of households ain't as,
military.
No, old-fashioned how it used to be.
Yeah, they're not.
But everybody's at the table that wants to eat. Niggas, yo, bring dinner home now because I ain't cooking tonight. It's that type of time. You feel me? So, it's a whole different lifestyle now. But even when I grew up with grandparents on both sides. I knew my grandmother on this side, and my grandmother on that side. I knew my grandfather on this side. I ain't know my mom's father. However, when I grew up, with my down south, when my
Mm-hmm.
grandmother and grandfather was still married, we all ate together. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's hard to be like who eats first because it's
Mm-hmm.
like they fix the table,
Right.
everybody make their own plate. Like,
Mm-hmm. I want to say something.
mm-hmm.
You grew up with grandparents. I didn't grow up with no grandparents. None. The hierarchy was my parents. That's it. It don't get no further than that. So what I would experience would be family as well, but it's not grandparents. I've just always been told it's a different experience with grandparents. So I just wanted to say that because you said you grew up with both on each side, which I feel like was kind of rare.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to read some of these comments.
Yeah, I was thinking, what's your comment?
As a kid watching, we're gonna read something that's interesting, and in my opinion, I think it's a little dramatic, but it's a point to get to, right? Only because we've seen this possibly happen in different situations, but it may not have been our situation. And I like that she brought this up. Whether this is her opinion or not, or this is like her truth, I think it's interesting, but I also think it's slightly dramatic. Don't put it in, don't put it in, don't put it in. Okay.
No, good.
All right. So, Seven said, which is why he gets his food last because he or she, I have to watch you. As a kid, watching your mother feed a man first is heartbreaking, laughing my ass off. I'll be mad as fuck and feel unloved as a kid.
I don't know. It's weird because like I never grew up in a household where my mom and another man was there.
Let's talk about it.
Man, my mom.
Let's talk about the different experiences.
Because my father lived down south. My mom, granted, she did date, but I never lived with a man and my mom together.
So you are talking from a whole different
I
like
never
background.
Experienced my
a man
mom
in the house
catering to a man in the house.
Right.
Because the only man that my mom lived with was my father. Mind you, she did date, but no nigga lived with us.
Okay. Let me read another comment. I get it, but I'm not jacking. Feed the kids, nigga. You could pay every bill.
Yes.
I agree with Frankie on this one. That's how my grandparents did things. Have your kids bring their dad his plate. A win is a win. That's cute too. Like it's different ways that it could be handled. Like
here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I did have like when my father got married again.
Mm-hmm.
I experienced
the two-parent household.
The two-parent household.
Okay.
Say that. Even though she was my mom, but I did consider her as a stepmother, and we were very close.
So how did you like that? Or how was that different from your everyday living with your mom? Like, what did you take from that experience?
I got more of a family experience from it.
Mm-hmm.
I got more of a responsibility experience from it because I feel like my mom, she did everything, but a two-family household, they try to give response because I had a stepsister as well.
Okay.
So we all had like responsibilities and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But like I said, we all ate together though. Mm-hmm. But they did make sure we eat because it was weird. Like when you live down south, it's like people come home for lunch. People come home for lunch. Remember, I'm down there when school is out, so I'm home all day. Mm-hmm. So they came home, made sure we was good. Like they'll make us lunch while they on lunch, and it's a different feel. Like in New York, nobody's parent is coming home for lunch.
That's not true.
Unless you live like close to your job.
Yeah.
But if you working in Brooklyn, Manhattan, you ain't
coming home for lunch. Yeah. I like something. I like the part that they touching on right now. Mm-hmm. Shay said, growing up, my mother never cooked. My father was the chef. We gonna get to that. Ooh. Big Dog said, my pops is the cook, and when he's ready to eat, he will make his own plate. Shay said, my father fed everybody at the same time. He'll make a bunch of plates and say, come get y'all food, but he would bring the plate to my mother. So let me tell you what I think is interesting, that maybe, Shay, we might have to get you on here. And if you feel like it, call in. You ain't got to be on the camera.
I feel like she just come sit in between us.
I feel like she's touching on a very important topic because, shout out to Linda, but Linda was not the best cook growing up. My father was the chef of the house. So I can definitely understand what Gerard is saying when it comes to my father hungry, he gonna make some food. Mm-hmm. Like my mother cooked until we knew how to cook. Once we learned how to cook, it was over. Still to this day, my mother will make some beans, some
Mm-hmm.
vegetables. You are pushing this back, by the way.
My fault. I got long
She'll
legs.
make some beans. She'll make some vegetables. But for the most part, yeah. For the most part, like my mother was not the cook of the house. So I agree with the whole aspect of my father was the cook. So in that situation, does he bring my mother her food? Once again, depends on your situation. My mother is slightly handicapped, so yeah, my father's bringing her food.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's also like it goes deeper than you're my wife, so I'll bring you food and I cook food. It's you're handicapped, so I'm gonna bring you food. Like you could have, yeah, like you could have still told her to get up and get her food, but that's OD. You cooked it, like you could bring it to her, and there's no who eats first after that point because, like I said, once we learned how to cook, there was no who eats first. And also, I like that the question, if we're not understanding, the question itself says kids or adults. After you can make your own plate, this question does not apply.
That's what says the age. It depends on the age.
Yes,
because
it
once
does.
we get to a certain age, like I can't wait till my son gets to the age like nigga, you gotta eat when you want to eat, nigga. Like, you make your own plate. As of right now, be making a plate for him. He eat
and this is what I'm saying.
Everything with his fucking hands. So you gotta watch him and shit like that. It depends on the different age bracket that your kids are in.
It does. So what age would you say that question stops towards?
We when it starts.
Starts.
Because it doesn't start until a certain age.
It starts when your child is eating food.
But even when he's eating food, your child is on a different eating schedule than you. Talk from experience.
And that's why I feel like it starts when they just eating food.
My son goes to sleep by 9:30. I probably don't eat dinner till 10 o'clock. So that's one thing.
Here's the reason why it doesn't matter when it starts. Because if your answer doesn't change whether it starts or it stops, it doesn't matter when it starts. Because your answer still feels like your kid should eat first, regardless of what we're talking about.
No, because at a certain age,
you feel like.
Because at a certain age, you start. Me personally, I remember I got certain ages like, yeah, my mom will have, but she was cooking, but at the end of the day, it's like, oh, you outside all night, so she knows I'm good.
What age are you saying it starts then?
Bro, you gotta remember, I was outside.
That's not what I'm asking because I think you're using the word start and stop at the wrong time. What I'm asking is, what age do you start giving the kids food first because you're cooking for the whole family? I said it starts when the kids start eating food.
So much, hold on.
All right. But hold on.
Mm-hmm.
We need to answer this real quick. I got you right now. I'm about to answer. What age starts? Because you saying it matters when it starts. I'm saying no, it matters when it stops. That question should no longer come into play when you don't have kids.
I see what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying because when the kid depends on you, it does that question doesn't start there. It's when the kid can depend on himself or herself.
If they can make their own plate, we're not asking this question.
But I feel like we're in a different age because, like, older style, we really, like I said, with the grandparents, everybody eat the table together. Dinner is made at a certain time. We are in a new age of parenting and grandparenting. Be real with you. Grandparents are 40 these days, 45. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So it's like now, it's like they just make dinner. It depends on the different household you got. Some fucking parents can't cook.
Right.
It depends on the household you're in. Personally, like I said, I never experienced me living with my mom and somebody else. I experienced my father and somebody else. Okay. But I was still at a young age where I was like 8, 9. My father got married 3 times. Ooh. So, like, Papa was a Rolling Stone. He was a faithful Rolling Stone. Yeah. Watch your mouth.
Still, Rolling Stone or not? Like, faithful or not faithful, you're still Rolling Stone. 7, please call back. I'm sorry, we was an intense statement. And I needed to clear that up because I had some confusion. I'm like, no, it doesn't matter when it starts. Oh, there she go.
Come on in.
Seven. Hey. 7. Yeah, we see you.
What my here?
You here because we need your perspective on your mother not being the cook and your father being the cook.
You're not the cook either, I heard, son. So go ahead.
Um, my father used to cook
Yo,
and said I get your plate. However, whenever my mother used to cook, not saying she couldn't cook, but my father used to finish my food for me. And she used to try to make me eat all my food.
She should have fought like a pit bull.
what? What? You OD.
You know how
No.
you give a dog the food on the table when you don't want to eat your broccoli?
I
No.
couldn't leave the table until I finished my food. So my father used to finish my food on the low for me.
So you
Whenever my
spoiled.
mother cooks.
Spoiled. Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? When it comes to who eat first, right? Do you always feel like the kids will eat first?
I do feel like the kids should eat first.
Okay, and let me ask you another question that we're gonna start. We want you to start up because we're gonna ask this question. When it comes to importance in your life with family, is the family you're creating more important than the family that created you?
Absolutely.
It depends on the family that created you.
Please
No,
elaborate.
It don't matter because whatever family I create is going to be more important than the family.
All right. I'm talking from experience.
That's because your situation was not 100% successful.
I'm not saying it wasn't a good family.
Okay.
But however, I feel like a lot of people that's willing to up and leave and do different things is because they don't have a real good bond with their family. But however, like my situation, I didn't see myself leaving my family behind to go with my family I was building in New York to travel with them down south.
That's just your personal preference, though.
Right, but it depends because a lot of people got fucked up families.
But you're also supposed to put the family you building before the family you're leaving, because at the end of the day, your family you leaving is gonna die. Like I don't mean to say it like that, but like they should have given you all the tools to create the person you are today so that you can move forward and be the man of the family that you need. So with that being said, I'm not saying leave forever, but I'm saying in the terms of leave the nest, as in like
what's more important.
Yeah, but
question, what's more important?
No, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain.
Me,
it's the dynamic
here's my thing. Here's my thing for me. I already lost my father. I wasn't in the same state when he got sick and he passed away. So now when I finally got my family and everything and we doing things and my family moved down south and my mother was living up here, I can't go through with that. However, a lot of people probably would have went through with it if they didn't have a good relationship with their mother. It was on and off or whatever. Me and my mother is tight.
But I get what you're saying, but I also don't want you to generalize like that because then people are gonna think you have to have a good.
Let's not talk about moving away. Let's talk about moral wise. I think let's everybody lives in the same state.
7. Let's speak about importance regarding, say for instance, you get into something with one of your family members. I mean, your family members get into something with your future wife or your current wife.
Okay, yeah. So from that.
And you now have to choose your family over
you can hang up on her
this cousin. No, because I would like her to answer. This is why
we called on for the last subject.
But we would like her to answer because we introduced this topic to her. And she already said that she agrees that the family that she's creating is more important. So we would like her to elaborate on that before she leaves. Thank you.
But read the comments too, because some people also said something about that.
Nobody. Your family you're building will be your immediate family. That's what they said.
That's true.
So keep that in mind. Yes, 7, please tell us.
I just feel like the family that I'm building, like I already experienced the family that.
And you got like 3 kids, so how's that going for you?
I have 4, but.
Sorry.
Why?
I forgot about the mistake you had.
Kick it one more time.
No, I'm about to kick it one more time.
Sorry.
What you said?
No, I'm just saying. I think I already experienced the things that
Still be rude.
Hmm.
I'm not being rude, Alani.
So you feel like
the
because
that I'm building would need me more because now
right.
I have to know what I. Yeah.
This nigga's playing with my hair. Okay, Seven. Thank you for your thoughts. Shout out to the girl dads. I mean, shout out to the girl dads.
Have a good night.
Good night. See you in the comment.
Click, hang up. Thank you.
Don't be rude, Frankie. Curse him out, sister. That's what Imani said, sister.
Listen up, Snell. You ain't riding
Curse him out, sister.
You're not riding my car this next trip. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, so I'm glad Seven was able to join us. And we're going to keep going with this topic because Mr. Beans feels like, okay, so can I tell you how trauma can affect your decision? Because you did say that your father passed and you were not in the same state when he passed. So I know for sure, and anybody else know for sure, that once you experience that once, you're not going to experience it a second time. You're going to make sure that you're closest to your mom as you need to be so that never happens again.
Mm-hmm.
That's you protecting your heart, but it's also you keeping yourself in a bubble. But it could also just be your boundaries if you don't want to leave New York. Did you want to leave New York before your father passed?
It wasn't a thought to leave New York before my father passed. Because my father passed before I even had a thought of a family. I think before I even knew who my baby mother was.
But you never thought about like if you wanted to stay in New York.
It wasn't an idea. I didn't think. My father passed when I was like 21, 22. So it's like I wasn't thinking about making moves at that time. You still trying to find your path at that age. You feel me? However, my family started to move. I started moving up in my job. And that's another thing too. It's like you go down south, nigga, they paying managers $16 an hour.
No, they're not. They paying them $9.
You feel me? And you like, what the fuck is that? A manager?
Yeah. Alani said, I feel like boundaries should be established between the family you were born in compared to the family you created. I feel like there needs to be, I will post this because there was a few things, a few videos I kept running into. There's like 7 hardcore questions that you need to ask the person that's trying to be your partner. And boundaries, family, your family beliefs, the things like those things are not discussed enough because people feel like I'm talking about this too early. But no, hold on. I feel like we need to have those conversations early so you know what you're dealing with before you waste your time and you like part of this person. Mm-hmm. You don't ask those hard questions early on because you trying to keep it cute or like keep it slow, but I'm not gonna lie, like keeping it slow is gonna waste your time. And I'm big on time because we can't get that back ever. Yeah. Ever. That's it. Mm-hmm. This is facts. Minimum wage in North Carolina is still $7.25.
Horrible. What the fuck?
Losing a parent before you start a family hits different and puts a lot into perspective that you didn't understand before.
Yeah. I hate the fact that my son, he would not be my father.
So I think I have it may be like an undercover phobia, but it's also kind of like one of my like things that I don't want to do in life. And the one thing I don't want to do in life is have a kid that my parents won't meet. Like, and the reason why that's my personal experience, and I think it's interesting that you said this, is because you grew up with grandparents. Mm-hmm. I didn't grow up with grandparents. So that's the one thing I know I don't want my kid to not experience. Mm-hmm. I want them to experience.
That grandparent experience is a different
But I don't even know the experience to say that it's a different experience. So I would just like my kid to have a fair share of what I didn't have. And people be like, oh, the life you didn't have. That's the one part of life I did not have at all. Mm-hmm. So that's the one thing that I really, really want for my parents, but low key, the more I'm in therapy, I'm starting to realize I don't want it for my parents. I want it for myself. So I need to stop saying that I want it for my parents.
Alani said something I totally agree with. Grandparents aren't how they used to be either. But here's the thing, Alani. Grandparents are getting younger.
My parents is generational. They could be your grandparents.
But hold on. You got some grandparents that's being grandparents at 45, 40. You feel me? Grandparents are getting younger. The time people moving faster. Your grandparent now, a young nigga these days, his grandparent ain't gonna be the same grandparent I had. His grandparent still outside.
Or working.
My grandparents had dinner done by 5 p.m. Retired. And dinner done by 5 p.m.
That was my parents. So that's also something we can divulge into. You could give a ballpark, but I had older parents. So I'm structurally raised different than anybody that did not have older parents out here. My parents are the ages of people that are 40 and older. Like, so people thought my parents was my grandparents growing up. Like, yeah, no, it's not that. They just a little older. In my head, my parents did it the way people look at me and criticize me for doing it now. My parents had kids once they was done partying, did a little traveling, got some money, and then they decided they wanted to have kids. That's the way my parents did it. But people look at me like, oh, when you having kids? And they only look at you like that because the world is also changing. Like the geriatric pregnancy age is becoming earlier and earlier. It's now 38. Did you know that? 38. Then they tried to say for black people it's 36. Well, baby, I'm gonna be a geriatric bitch because yeah. My mother had me at 35.
I say that 36. 36.
So I tell people all the time that I won't be born until my mother had me. Like so until ain't no kid coming out of here until my mother would have had me. So yeah, that's the way I look at it. My mother became a grandmother at 37. Jeez. Jesus. People rush to have kids because of what society says is a good age, but it's really up to the person. It's always up to the person. It will always be up to the person. And sadly, when we look around, I feel like when we was raised, we was told to wait, have your fun, get your money, get a good job.
My mom said this to me all the time. Your responsibility as a kid is to worry about what you wearing the next day. You shouldn't have to worry about what the next kid has to wear the next day. It's about what you wear the next day, and that's it. That was my mom. She always said that because I had friends that had kids at young ages.
Yeah, remember the 14-year-old parents and 16-year-old parents?
I had a friend that had a kid at 13-year-old.
Oh, yeah. Forgot.
You feel me? So my mom always say, your responsibility at this age is to just worry about what you wear the next day. Everything else gonna be handled by your parents. Once you start doing stupid shit, now you gotta worry about somebody else that you can't even afford to take care of. You feel me? And I'm glad I didn't have my kids till I was 30. I was really situated in life and whatever. So my mom didn't let me work till I was 18. I wanted a job since I was 14. I want to get some money. She's like, nigga, your only worry is to worry about what you got to iron the next day, nigga. Like,
and that's a good thing. But not everybody is not raised by those parents that have that. And I will say, not to make anybody feel any type of way, the parents that are usually saying that is the parents that got it in, got their ducks in a row. Things are they have life insurance, they have safety money, they got a savings, things are working out for them. They're not just working paycheck to paycheck, thank God. And apparently that was a thing when we were growing up, that people was working paycheck to paycheck. And I never understood paycheck to paycheck until I got a summer youth job. And I was just like, this not enough.
Like, you didn't have no fucking bills either, so
yes, I did.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, you different kids. Sorry, I always had a responsibility. The day I got a job, I paid my cell phone bill.
My summer youth job was going. My summer youth check was going to weed.
And what age were you doing summer youth?
Like 17, 16.
That's a big difference. I was doing summer youth at 14. I did summer youth at 14, 16, and that is it. After that, it was time for a job. Frankie's mom is the type of person who doesn't take life for granted.
You know my mom growing up.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to do it right and don't worry about the rest. She gonna figure it out. That's the type of person it is. Hello, Faison. Hello.
My geyser.
For a long time, did you feel like do you feel like your mother provided a safety net for you guys because you guys are so close now?
I feel like my my mom was the
Hey, Price.
greatest like provider that anybody can have.
Mm-hmm.
However, probably like I don't want to do personal on it because it's my mother and I love her to death, but probably not mentally.
Okay.
Like, you know, it's a lot of things that people don't see.
Right.
I think my mom was wonderful. It's just a thing.
Amazing.
I think just that some things that you will probably want. It's just that you always gonna want something more out of a person.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that she lacked in anything.
Yes.
You feel me? But it's some things where it's like sometimes you feel like something was too harsh.
Mm-hmm.
Or punishment was too harsh on you.
But that's a kid.
That's just a kid. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, but I think that built me because
that built you to be.
When you go to jobs and people got funny styles or they talk crazy to you, it's like you can laugh it off. Nigga, I was like, nigga, my mom said way worse shit to me. You ain't
right.
You ain't hurting my feelings.
Yes,
like,
since 14. She had worked since 14. So yeah.
And I wanted to work since 14. My mom just never allowed me to work since 14. She was like, yo, just be a fucking kid while you want to work. And I'm like, because I don't want to keep asking you for
money, right?
But she was like, nigga, I don't tell you no. So what's up?
Yeah, what you want to get your money?
I want more.
So we love that, and we love a positive childhood, a positive adulthood. We love positive relationships between mother and son because these days sons don't respect their mothers, and it's disgusting to watch. Extremely disgusting.
And you only get one.
One. We have a giveaway, guys.
But here's the thing, though. When niggas, one thing I don't like.
Okay, tell me about it.
Say if your lady and your mom don't agree, and say if you don't got a back, because sometimes some niggas do got fucked up mothers, where it's like, not for real. Some niggas really do got fucked up mothers. So it's like, all right, I can pick, but you only get one mother. You have plenty of ladies. You want to get more ladies. Don't ever pick a lady over your mother if it's not a lady you want to end your life with. Don't ever. I see niggas diss their mom for girls they don't talk to no more. If this nigga that you gonna build a life with, and you gonna meet more, and you had some in the past, you only get one mother. Don't.
I also want to just make this clear. Don't just say that statement in regards to a relationship, because I don't want to focus it too much on picking a mother over your relationship. I also want to there's times that parents be wrong.
Don't give me, yes, it is.
Like, be dead ass wrong in situations, and because that's your mother, you're gonna go with it. No, you not to say it like that, and I'm not saying this disrespectfully at all. But sometimes as a child, we have to know how to put our parents in their place for certain things. Because our parents sometimes get us in stuff that we didn't ask to be in.
Let me tell you something right here. Not me personally. I got a friend. B got a friend. I'm going to tell you after the camera. And his mom was a bitch. However you was raised, you cannot still blame your parents for how you are at 30-something years old.
Absolutely. So what I will say is, I'll give you a story. We got a friend.
We got a friend.
Whose mother was a terror.
Okay.
And all because you have to put up with that doesn't mean I have to. And there becomes an age.
I know you're talking about.
There becomes an age where you become an adult.
I know you're talking about.
And now we got a respect barrier. Like, things like that come into play, and it's like,
if I go like this, you're gonna.
You already know. Right? But yeah. So like, there's signs where sometimes the parents be, you relax, ma, and sometimes your parents be wrong to you. Be dead wrong to you in the way that they're handling things. Like, they don't handle you properly as their child. Yeah. There's people that go through things with their parents. Like, there's mothers that don't give their children enough. They need hugs. They need love. Like, they're not getting that intimate relationship between a mother and a child, and it's lacking tremendously.
Some parents are too strict. When their child finally get that freedom,
oof, we know.
That child loses control because you let them make the mistakes they should have made early in life.
Mm-hmm.
So now when they finally, for example, go to college
Oh wow.
or anything of that age where they're at the age where you can't control them no more,
Mm-hmm.
and they start going bizarre,
Mm.
that's your fault
Yes.
because you didn't let them. My mom let me learn from mistake. My mom never judged me. She never stopped me. I came home drunk at 15 one time. My mom was like, "Go to bed, nigga. You bugging." You feel me? Like, but because she came home drunk at 15 at one time. You feel me? So she know what it is to be drunk at this age. You got some niggas that never experienced this. So now they come to 18, they go to college, they dropping out freshman year because they was just partying the whole time. You feel me? So you got the niggas that don't. You gotta let your kid live a little bit.
But that's the problem. Living a little bit and giving a mile and taking an inch is a little different. Let's say this. Let's read some of these comments. I was in the same boat. I didn't get my first job until I was in college. All I wanted to do was work. But my grandfather said just focus on school. The money will always be there. Dead wrong in regards to, I think, parents. It could be what we say about your friends, too. If you're in your 30s and not self-aware, that's a problem because our past doesn't define us. Facts.
Hello.
Parents project their past on us because they didn't have the tools and resources and access that we have now. Parents aren't always right, but I will say when a mom says a person is no good, 96% of the time she's right.
She ain't lying about that one.
Now, I think that's
a parent instinct is correct.
Remember when you yell, it get loud.
Oh, a parent instinct is correct.
I won't say a parent. I will say a mother's instinct. Because I feel like not many fathers really speak on directly to their kids. They might speak to the mother.
My father never met nobody. I did. My father in North Carolina my whole life, so he never met anybody I dated. I could only go for my mother instincts of women. My mom would point him out. At the end of the day, you know how I grew up. My mom didn't. I had a company growing up.
Right.
My mom didn't stop me from bringing people over, whatever. But she'd tell me, that bitch ain't good. Or I like her. You feel me? Like it's a little shit like that, but they feel it. And I feel like she was always correct though. She was always correct.
So let me ask you this. We had a comment. Tiffany said they aren't always right, but they will say, but 96% the mom. Let me tell you about that. Mother's intuition, that I feel like that's put in a lot of women. And when you become a mother, it just becomes heightened because the intuition be so real that you can't even ignore it.
Sure.
And it
your mother know bitches ain't shit because she ain't
besides shit. Besides her knowing that, she also can see the signs that we won't see. Because sometimes that outsider, you know how we spoke about before, how the quietest person in the room be seeing everything. Sometimes that outsider looking in is gonna look out for you, and I'll be like, that's that guardian angel.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, sometimes you be in situations and you think like, hold up, how did I get here?
You know, the girl my mom liked the most is the one that hurt me most. So hey, let's put that out. Just because you liked it, that bitch
don't mean right. I agree with that because my mother don't like some tragic people. Ty, let's get to this.
My mom, like old girl birthday passed not too long ago. My mom was like, "Hey, you wrote something for your birthday?" I was like, "Why would I write her for her birthday?" She's like, "Oh, I just wrote her for her birthday." I was like, hope she's still alive.
Sometimes your mothers be your ops when it comes to your exes.
That bitch could die. So, not my mother, the bitch.
But we don't.
Oh, we gonna get banned?
We gonna take that back. Take it back.
Okay. No, I only said that because she sent me some like a text message one day. She's like, I'm about to take these